Hey guys, I just want to discuss something that happened to me recently, like literally yesterday. So I was walking to my local grocery store where I used to work, and I was talking to like my previous coworkers, right? And like from the corner of my eye, I can see like this like old Mexican man following me. But I paid it no mind because like I used to work there. So I thought like, oh, maybe he just wants to like ask me something about the store. So like he never approached me, so I paid it no mind. I kept going. And then I went to the cold section to get some like sherbet. And while I was like looking at the ice cream, well, sherbet because I don't eat dairy, I'm vegan. So while I was looking at the sherbet, I noticed that he was like standing right behind me and like staring at me. So like I walked away and I'm like, okay, that's like creepy. And then I went in line, and because it was like early in the morning, there was only like two. What's it called again? Two cashiers open, I guess. Registers open. And I went to, well, like, I guess one of them wasn't there, so they were like barely opening them. And there was like a guy trying to go in. And I let him pick out his side first, the old guy. So he went to one side, and then I went to the other side. And and then I started like paying for my stuff, and I was talking to the cashier because I used to work there. And I was like, what has happened? And by the way, do you guys like my new H&M outfit? Like, I thought it was just shirt, but like it's like literally a dress, and like I think it's hilarious because like I literally got it today. I wasn't paying attention. Well, like clearly I don't pay attention when I go out, but I think it's a really good outfit. Anyway, so I was like just talking to her. There was no one else in line. And then, well, I was just getting comfortable and like I was gonna like put it like I already had put in my card in. So I just like had accepted it and I was just talking to her, but the receipt hadn't printed. And then there was that old man again. He was like right freaking there. And like it's not like and then I walked out the store and then he like walked out the store, but like at that point I was like already in the neighborhood, so it was like if he like kept following me, I could just probably like make a scene. But like it really brought me to my attention that I have not been paying attention to my surroundings. And like even then it's just like so like I feel like it's like partially my fault that I don't pay attention anymore because like I know that the real world is dangerous, and the fact that I don't pay attention just really shows how well aware I am of my own surroundings because like I normally when I'm followed, I notice that. Like when like I'm so used to people staring at me because of my cat ears or like what for whatever that like it's instinctual. Like okay, yeah, people are staring at me, but like to be lurked after, that's like completely scary. And like it wasn't even like at a club or like at a park. It was like in a grocery store, in a Mexican grocery store at 6 p.m. in the morning. I'm like, come on. Like that is so creepy. No, like that's completely not okay. And like it just like I feel so insulted in a way because like old me would have said, "Hey, you know what? You creep, get the hell away from me." But like just like the whole power dynamic of like him being old and me being young, I think like if I would have said something, I would have come off as like, "Oh, look at that transvestite thinking she's all that and people want to follow her." But like I really feel like I should have done that. Ooh, look at that. I can change the lights. Ooh, do you guys like yellow? I mean green. I really like the pink ones, but like it doesn't show that much. Red. Blue. Blue. Well, that's a part of my story because like I've been followed before, I've been followed by my exes. I've been followed by other creatures. But, like it's always somewhere where like you expect to be followed. I remember when I used to work at I don't want to say where I used to work at, but I used to work at a restaurant and I would have to walk home crossing the street. And then one time when it was like, I guess I left shift like around 8 and it was like a 20-minute walk from probably even 30 minutes from my work to my job. I mean, from my work to my house. I remember I live like right near like a college. I know I give a lot away, like a lot of information away, I know. But I was screwed by a frat dude, and like I didn't think much of it, but like because like I already knew like, oh yeah, you're gonna go into like weird, creepy incel territory, so like get ready. But like the fact that it was in a grocery store and like broad morning daylight, like the sun had just risen and like people were in the store, it's just like so wacko doodle to me. Like like it like really annoyed me. And first of all, like before someone says, "Oh yeah, he was staring at you because you dressed like a fucking cat," I forgot my cat ears at home because I made a quick run to the grocery store to get some sherbet and some maple syrup. Okay, because I'm vegan. But like apart from that, it's just like so weird. Like it like really makes me wonder like what goes through these people's heads when they're like spying on people, because like it's not cute. Like I don't like, if you spy on me, I'm not gonna think you're like hot. I think you're creepy and like insecure about yourself. Especially even then, like I really don't think old people should be so horny. Like I get it, like it's a primal human instinct to be sexual, but why would anyone my age and my hotness level want you? Like it's ridiculous. Like you're over like 60. You're someone's grandparents. I could literally be your great 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 grandcat daughter. Like what the hell's wrong with you? But like at the same time, I feel like a lot of it is like Hispanic culture, and like not to be racist, like I am Hispanic. I don't even like the label Hispanic, honestly. Well, I'm Mexican. That's what I am. That's what I classify myself as. I'm Mexican. Like I think like there's like this machismo culture. Like if you know what machismo is, it's like this like wannabe beta, like wannabe alpha culture where like guys like are really really like unhinged by society and they think that's okay. Because like the only people who I have ever been catcalled by or like been whistled by are like Mexican guys. And like, well, I don't know if they were Mexican, to be fair. Like a lot of Hispanics do look alike. But like, it's like from esos rumbos. Like, no. I mean, no me vas a decir esto. And like, and it's so weird because like when I say something or like I get closer to them and they see what I actually am, they all get offended. And it's like so pathetic. Like, if you're gonna call me, which, ooh, the cat ears, maybe that's why they cat call me. But if you're gonna cat call me, like, expect a response. Like I'm not gonna stand there like a lamb and like let you talk all over me. Like no, that's disgusting. And like honestly, I do think it's like a huge machismo culture because like the most problematic people I have met thus far while working in retail are like Mexican. Ah, God, I don't want to sound racist. I'm Mexican, by the way. I'm judging the culture, not the people. But the people do make up the culture, so take it as you will. Um, but yeah, like it's mainly been like short Mexican guys who like have an anger issue. It's always them, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Because I remember Father's Day, there was like this one another old guy actually, complaining, and like it's obvious that like, yeah, you have a shitty attitude. And like your little machismo culture doesn't work all the time. Like not everyone likes toxic masculinity 24/7. And like even then, actually, like even in Tucson recently, there was this one guy, like this Mexican guy with his fat, ugly wife. They were screaming at a poor waitress, and he was calling her the B word, like in front of her kids. And I'm like, that is so like typical. Like that is so uncultured. Like if someone screamed at me that way, I would scream back. But like I've changed, I've matured, so I probably wouldn't do that. But like I think it says a lot about you, what you think about yourself on what you can do to other people. Like normally, like it's like so weird because like if I get aggressive and I'm like, hey, stop following me around the store, it's creepy, then I'm like the one that's like, oh, look at that person being like, you're like trying to be like the victim. But it's okay. Like, but like if he did that to someone else, like they would probably also be seen that way, or like it would be like played off as a joke. But like no, it's not okay. And like it was like really creepy because like he got really close to me. Like I remember like I literally bent down to pick up the sherbet ice cream I picked something else up from like the ice cream area. I remember because I was like looking hard for it. Um, I think it was like jellies. So I picked up the jellies and I was like examining them, and then like I remember he was like tiptoeing like really next to me and like staring at me. I'm like, what the hell, dude? And like the worst thing is that I'm like actually pretty blind for like a cat. Like I really don't have good vision at all. So I know like sometimes I do get paranoid. Like if you're blind, I'm not well like, not blind because I can't see. I can still see the camera. Well, and I saw him following me. But like if you're like somewhat visually impaired, like you get that thing that you get kind of like delusional and you kind of like I guess like don't trust yourself. But like so like that's why I kind of like passed it off like a bunch of times because like I came in the store and I passed by the bakery section and he was there and I'm like, you know what? I probably came in and like I probably like I don't know, I probably like did something or like I didn't wave at him or whatever. And then like I went by my former manager and we were just talking and he was like right there, like snooping around like if he was gonna buy something from like the mustard section, but he didn't. He honestly didn't even have like I don't even think he had a cart with him. Cause like no, I think he did have stuff like on his hands, but like I don't remember. I don't well because I don't see. So like then he followed me all the way to the ice cream section. And then I'm like, okay, let me just like get away from him. And then like pass by the bread section. And then I was talking to my coworker again. Well, like before I went to the cashier's like registration place. And I was just like talking to her about her job and like where the jam was because I haven't been there in a while. And I got the jam. And then like I guess he was waiting for me to like line up because as soon as I lined up, I saw that my friend I was talking to opened up her area. So like I allowed him to go to whichever area he wanted, so I can go to another one. But like he was smart about it though, because I said, hey, like I'm like, oh, go which I'm like, hey, like I made like the gesture to go to whichever one he wanted, and I went to like the other one. But then like another guy came in with like less items, so yeah, he definitely did have stuff. So like, and he let the guy go in front of him. And then I'm like, okay, well that's good because like that's gonna take up more time, and I can leave. But my stupid old coworker started having an issue with the guy in front of me. Like, literally, she was like complaining about soda cans or something. So like, she went to go tell the manager, and that took like a few minutes. And then like the guy on the other line finished, and the creepy old man finished in time. So like he paid for his stuff, and then he went back to my line where I was still paying and stared at me. So I couldn't even get my receipt, and I'm like still kind of like low key pissed because like I think I got charged a bit too extra, but like it is what it is. But yeah, I was stuck at a grocery store. Bye.